And you know that's what's going to come next. When you crack him.
Great wrestling.
Kali also understood that this.
Outstanding jiu-jitsu. Power.
Yeah, this could be.
Jailton Malhadinho Almeida has 19 wins with a 100% finish rate.
God, he's going to tap. There it is. I saw him tap.
With overwhelming confidence, stupendous power, and a bodybuilder-like physique on his side, the Brazilian Khabib has a ground game that can't be found in any other heavyweight or light heavyweight in the UFC. It's time to pay homage to this undefeated fighter who can definitely give top UFC heavyweights a run for their money. Born in the Brotas neighborhood of Salvador, Bahia, Almeida had 11 siblings and was from a broken home. Almeida dreamed of playing soccer, and he was a talented goalkeeper. But his financial condition became an obstacle, and the reality was hard on him. He grew up watching his father, Jailton Malhadinho, compete in boxing. His uncle was always in a boxing ring too, and so was his older brother, Alexander. Jailton quickly fell in love with boxing and started training at 6 years old. He picked up Brazilian jiu-jitsu when he turned 11. This prepared Almeida for a sport he, or his father, never knew existed at the time. In 2012, Almeida began his MMA career in great style, always winning by submission. Now, Malhadinho was excited with the prospect of becoming a future UFC star, but then tragedy struck his family. Alexander, his older brother, was involved with a local criminal syndicate and entered a car in 2012 and was never heard from again. It took 3 years for Almeida to again enter an MMA cage to compete. This time, too, he collected brilliant victories. He fought for several regional promotions in Brazil, but it was his title fight in the Thunder Fight promotion that showed that regional fighters were no match for him. His opponent was Edvaldo de Oliveira, a veteran with 37 victories. The Brazilian Khabib ravenously executed his trademark double leg and put his opponent on his back. Malhadinho unleashed brutal ground and pound and forced him to give up his back. The 230-pound human backpack secured the body lock, flattened him, and then wrapped his hands around Edvaldo's neck for a rear naked choke.
Malhadinho vai desferindo os golpes, vai soltando a mão direita, buscar de novo a finalização, e o Gambit bateu!
In the year 2020, Almeida decided to fight in 2 of the top 5 biggest promotions in Latin America. He fought Leonardo Black in Future FC. He got the takedown.
On his feet, shooting in for that takedown, already got that double leg, and immediately.
Desperate to survive an immediate mauling, Leonardo Black put his fingers in Almeida's gloves.
Always very safe. He's got his glove caught on Leonardo Black.
Yet Almeida unleashed huge left punches.
He tried to punch right now to open the space so he can work his jiu-jitsu game.
The heavy-handed Brazilian rained down bombs until the ref made him stop. In his next fight, he was matched up against Ademar Alcantara in Thunder Fight. He decided to show off some striking and blasting leg kicks like Israel Adesanya. 30 seconds into the fight, he got his preferred takedown.
Da cintura, passou cruzado no vazio, acabou escorregando.
Almeida got wrist control on Alcantara and didn't let it go to waste.
Vai tentando raspar para escapar. O Malhadinho agora conseguiu uma vantagem.
He unleashed right-handed shots.
Não é qualquer uma porrada. Quando buscava a finalização, o Marajó tá se segurando do jeito que dá.
Alcantara almost survived the mauling till the last 15 seconds of the fight. Like an assassin, Almeida sunk in a beautiful arm triangle choke.
E agora conseguiu encaixar o Kadagatame! Bateu o Marajó!
Almeida was ready for the UFC. The call eventually came for the promotion's Contender Series. When asked what changed in his career, Almeida said he started watching and copying a lot of Dagestani wrestlers like Khabib Nurmagomedov, Khamzat Chimaev, and Islam Makhachev.
End of the day, as much as I'm a fan of his, I'm here for myself. I need to prove myself. I need to make people know who Jailton Malhadinho is. And, it's good to have someone to look up to, but I'm trying to build my own path.
His contract-winning appearance in the 2021 season against Ruden certainly put him on the radar of a lot of fight fans. Ruden was an undefeated 9-0 Sambo master from Moscow and was ranked among the 50 best light heavyweights in the world.
Another takedown attempt by Ruden.
Практически без сопротивления сейчас атакует Ruden.
Wow, now he ups the pressure. Wow, Nasruddinov takes out.
10 seconds into the bout, Almeida shot for his classic double leg. The Sambo master defended the takedown before throwing Almeida with a judo throw.
Yeah, but more importantly, the element of surprise.
But the Brazilian Khabib, despite being on the bottom, was desperate to get control. Like a python wrapped around his prey, the crazy Brazilian had the Sambo master exactly where he wanted.
He's like, no, brother, this is not good. This
No,
is
you
not
don't want to
Khabib style.
They got back to their feet, but Almeida wasn't letting go. A huge slam by Almeida.
And for Almeida, his last fight, a big slam.
Was the beginning of the end for Ruden. He had his back and got under the neck, attempting to crack every bone in his spine.
He's under the neck.
He's got a hook in.
He's got to get that second hook in.
But he made some nasty mistakes in this fight. He easily got taken down and ate some mean shots on the ground. The undefeated Sambo master wasn't a walkover. The jiu-jitsu wizard found an opportunity for a leg lock and took it.
Oh, he's looking.
They got back on their feet, and Almeida punished the unwilling Russian with a nasty low kick.
Legs and my limbs. How dare you?
Oh, heavy.
It was time to go back to his boxing background.
Oh, my goodness.
And again, got the takedown with an outside trip.
Side trip from Almeida as well. I am so impressed.
Then punished his opponent some more before the end of the round. 10 seconds into the second round, Ruden threw a flying knee.
Oh, flying knee attempt.
Wasteful, Almeida punished him with a judo trip and sent him crashing on the canvas.
To a body lock and straight back down to the mat.
Almeida had gotten better instructions from his corner and went straight to finishing the Sambo master. He flattened him out.
Yeah, he's going to flatten him out now. If he don't flatten him out, this
Got the choke and squeezed with every bit of life in his body.
look at this.
Like he
Guys,
has.
that's in.
Look at this.
That's in.
And what a squeeze he'll have.
The Russian tapped and suffered his first career loss. The dramatic second-round rear naked choke of Nasrudinov demonstrated why some fans have taken to calling him the Brazilian Khabib. He made his UFC debut against countryman Danilo Marquez. The 6'6" Brazilian was bigger and with more high-level experience. Brazilians were not too pleased with the Brazil versus Brazil matchup, but Almeida was all business. Giving no care in the world, as soon as the bell rung, Almeida jumped into the takedown.
I mean, look at that. That's what he did on the contender. A power.
He lifted Marquez completely off of his feet with so much power.
He's good. And there's the strength.
Yeah.
At first, it looked like Marquez was doing enough to stop Malhadinho from having his back.
So he's going to scoot his butt, if he can, over to the fence.
But he wanted a way out. Twists and turns were met with brutal ground strikes.
See the power and the strength. And look at these hammer fists.
Yeah, this could be the end.
Throwing with double hammer fists, Almeida beat drums on his countryman's head.
Firm control and still more than 2 minutes.
Marquez is blocked.
Like a raging beast, Almeida finished his first official UFC opponent with brutal strikes. The result surprised everyone, and the light heavyweight division was put on notice. The still fresh Almeida had more gas to bust down a dance, and the dance looked even harder to execute than the whole fight. Having taken no damage from the fight, he was back again to fight in 3 months. He agreed to fight Maxim Grishin, but Maxim pulled out. Being short notice, nobody agreed to fight Almeida at light heavyweight. However, one heavyweight, Parker Potter from the USA, agreed to fight him. This gave Almeida his heavyweight debut in the UFC. Parker was on a 3-fight win streak.
Changed it all once he had earned his spot on the roster. His hard work has continued to pay off.
Almeida immediately blasted a front kick to the head of Potter. It stunned him, and Almeida jumped in for a double leg.
Beautiful double leg.
He had him against the cage for a few seconds before lifting the 265-pound heavyweight completely off his feet.
Oh, he got him up. Wow.
He mounted him and applied lots of pressure. Immense back muscles helped the lighter Almeida hold the behemoth down. He rained brutal ground and pound.
Doesn't want to let this space keep going here. These are big shots. I mean, he's blocking some of these, but...
Parker attempted a Kimura and guillotine aimlessly.
And this guillotine, I mean, he's not...
Almeida laced him up again and started unleashing ground and pound from hell.
Nice little uppercut, too. Elbow.
He smothered him and used effective boxing on the ground to damage Potter's orbital region.
Look at him trying to wrap that bottom wrist.
Eventually, Potter gave up his back, and Jael wrapped him up in a rear naked choke.
He's chasing that choke. Oh, it's tight.
God, he's going to tap. There it is.
And did some capoeira dances right in front of the damaged Potter.
And now he's dancing.
Now, enjoying the UFC and making more money than he ever made, he was back 4 months later to fight the undefeated Swedish Anton Turos. The 6'4", 26-year-old with an 8-0 record agreed to fight at 220 pounds on the prelims of UFC 279. This one started like a striking battle. But Jailton again was too much for his opponent. He aimed and got the double leg.
He's got the hands locked already. He's so long.
Turkalj got up for a split second, but the Brazilian Khabib lifted and slammed him.
Turkalj also understood that this is what the fight would look like to begin.
Every attempt he made to escape, Almeida punished with brutal strikes.
Staying real patient.
Turkalj threw several ground strikes in protest.
Unfortunately, the opportunity came against a guy like Jailton Almeida.
But the unfazed Almeida mounted and set him up for an arm triangle.
Arm triangle. He set him up, Joe. Yes. He set him up knowing he had...
He unleashed brutal strikes and took his back for a rear naked choke.
Jailton Malhadinho Almeida!
Almeida deserved to get into the top 15 rankings. The only fighter that agreed to fight him was Shamil Abdurakhimov, a Dagestani heavyweight wrestler ranked 15th in the world.
He's hurt. Tibura comes on his legs. Is he out on his feet? Yes. I think he is big.
One thing Abdurakhimov did so well.
He's out.
Shamil was the only man brave enough to attempt to stop Jailton's domination. He quickly punished Almeida with a solid right cross, but got a huge slam for his efforts.
Right hand.
Almeida takes...
They got into scrambles, but Almeida ended up on top. Balanced with a strong core, Almeida rained down shots on the wrestler from Dagestan.
Slowly fade away. Looking for the TKO here with ground and pound.
The canvas shook with each strike. Several passed through the guard of Shamil.
From Almeida, big elbow. This is what he's got to do here.
He started round 2 blasting leg kicks.
There. Big leg kick from Almeida to start round 2.
He took him down easily this time.
He gets his hands locked.
Athletic entry by Almeida gets...
Had control of Shamil's wrist and started blasting shots.
Fight's done, bro.
Those are clean shots.
As he had the Dagestani's back. Eventually, it was the end for Shamil.
So for a heavyweight. Big dude on top.
That'll do it. Make it a baker's dozen.
It was Almeida's longest fight in the UFC. Still, it was a complete domination. Almeida maintained his record of finishes in all his wins.
Jailton Malhadinho Almeida!
Jairzinho, Biggie Boy, Rosen, a top heavyweight contender with massive power, was to be his next opponent. Jairzinho was a high-level kickboxer and packed one of the heaviest punches in the division.
Turns a big right hand, and down goes Junior. Rosen won the first 3 rounds of the fight.
As soon as they bumped fists, Jailton attempted a takedown, but was defended by Biggie Boy.
Rosen striking black, Almeida in yellow.
Jairzinho pressed forward and had Almeida backed against the cage. But the eventual was to happen. The Brazilian Khabib lunged for a double leg and got it.
Oh, he got it.
Oh, no. He lassoed the knees.
He got it.
Lassoed
They wrestled for positions.
Stay safe, and that's what he's doing right now.
Almeida got on top and started raining ground and pound.
You go back, pressure or mount.
But Biggie Boy hated being punched square in the face.
The knees and all, then ground and pound to give the rear naked choke.
He turned, and Malhadinho sunk in a rear naked choke.
I saw him tap. Jailton Almeida has done it again.
Wow.
14 and
Almeida had just finished his 6th UFC opponent in 20 months.
God, he's gonna tap. There it is. I saw him tap. Jailton Almeida. There's the tap. That'll do it. Make it a baker's dozen.
Ahead of him is a clash with Derek Lewis, who has the most knockouts in UFC history. A victory over Derek Lewis could earn him a title shot. He is primed to be the UFC's next double champion and dominate the heavyweight and light heavyweight divisions for years to come. The youngster, who once dreamed of playing for Vitória, now has his name chanted by Vitória fans, even though he doesn't kick a ball. He kicks faces. If you enjoyed the video, squeeze that like button and subscribe to our channel.